Hey everyone, it's Grow with Joe here to give you more financial planning tips. And if you don't know who that is, that's myself, Joe Bautista. I run the company called Grow with Joe that combines self-development coaching with financial planning. And today what we're going to talk about is the 5 ways you can start taking control over your finances. And it's not that hard. Well, it's simple, but it's not always easy because life has full of distractions and it's something that can be uncomfortable. And by doing these 5 steps, it can help you take more control of your finances. And so then you can have more control over your life. You can have less stress about money. You can accomplish more of those financial goals that you want to accomplish in life, like retire early or go on those vacations or buy whatever you want to buy. But um, a goal without a plan is just a dream. So the key thing is you need to get a financial plan. It's something that's going to help you make sure that your dreams do become a reality. So here are my 5 ways to help you get started with taking control of your finances and getting that financial plan in order. So my first step is put it on the calendar. If it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen. If you just say, hey, I'm going to accomplish it this week or this month, guess what's going to happen? A lot of things are going to happen and it's going to be pushed aside because financial planning, like going to the gym, sleeping early, doing all these other things that are going to help you grow in life, they're important, but they're not urgent. No one is saying, hey, you have to do this right now. We know it's important. We know it's important to do things like brush our teeth and everything, but it's not urgent. It only becomes urgent when it becomes a problem. And when it's a problem, then it's going to be more expensive to fix and it's going to just cause more stress. So we need to make sure that this important thing of reviewing your finances is on the calendar. So you could say, hey, first Monday of every month, I'm going to review my calendar, review my stuff, but just make sure it's on the calendar. If you're with a partner, just come to agreement, be like, hey, every Saturday morning, let's drink a cup of coffee and go over our finances and go over our financial goals and see like where do we want to go. And that goes in the second tip is temptation bundling. Reward yourself for doing these tasks. Um, like if you have coffee, make sure you have the best coffee that you can have on Monday, or make sure you make a brunch out of it, cook something, be like, hey, let's do our finances, and then let's cook brunch together, or do whatever you need to do to reward yourself. Go for that walk, go for that bike ride, play that video game, watch that television show. Don't watch the television show until you reward yourself, or do all those other things until you reward yourself. So this is known as temptation bundling, and it's to help reward yourself and make sure that, hey, when it's time to do the finances, I really want to do my finances because I know I'm going to get this reward and it's going to make me feel good. And that's what rewards do. They make you feel good for doing those things. So when you're doing your financial plan, you got to ask yourself a couple of things. You got to ask yourself, hey, what are our financial goals? Like, when do we want to retire? Where do we want to live? Those are goals. Like, what do we want to have in our life? What do we want to save up for? Where do we want to go for vacation? And then then it's time to look at your budget. And then the way you look at your budget is just like, hey, I use a spreadsheet and just say, hey, this was the income for the last month. These were our expenses. Okay, over the next month, this is what we plan to do. A budget isn't perfect. Things are going to pop up. Like something might happen in the car and you need a car repair, health issue, family issue, things happen, but you should budget for that. Every year, someone has roughly about $2,000 in unexpected expenses every month. So you should be saving roughly about $170 every month to help save, to prevent for those. And if those happen, you'd be like, it was part of the budget. And then on top of that, when you're going over your goals, ask yourself, am I saving enough money to help me reach my goals? Am I taking advantage of the 5% match or whatever the match is from your company? And then if things aren't adding up right and we're in the hole, then we got to look at, hey, what can we cut? And or what can I do to make more money? To make more money, you need to either find a side hustle, work harder, or you find a job that can pay you more. But to get paid more, you have to show that you can be paid more and everything. And it's all negotiable. You decide what life is going to be like. But like 1 minute of planning can save you 10 minutes in execution time. And that's what this is about, is taking control of your life. And planning can help you take control of your life. And then once you go over all those questions the first time, then you have to ask yourself, or ask as a couple, how often do we want to meet? Do we want to meet weekly? Do we want to meet bi-weekly or monthly? I would say do it at least monthly so that things don't drift off too far. I could say you don't really need to do weekly, bi-weekly, because everyone gets paid bi-weekly. So you could do it like after every paycheck, or at least do it every month. And it only takes 30 minutes at the most. So you're just like, hey, this is what we did. This is everything what we're going after. And as long as you have that process in place, then things are a lot more manageable. Or you hire a professional to help you stay accountable, where you can do check-ins and everything. But it all depends on your personality and what you need help with. And so the fifth way to help you stay more on track with your financial plan and taking control of your finances is start thinking about obstacles that can impede your progress. And so when it comes to your spending, a lot of folks tend to do is they just spend on stuff mindlessly. Hey, spend $10 here, $50 there. These things just pop up, and you, by reviewing your finances, you're like, hey, was that really important? Do I really need to do this? Hey, can I afford to do this one thing? Or you could tell yourself, hey, if I get someone to do my laundry or someone to do this is going to save me an hour. They can give me an hour to work on something else. So that might be something to focus on as well. I'm a big believer in hiring a cleaner to help clean. So that gives me time to focus on the other big projects that I need to work on. If budget is an issue, then what you could be like, hey, what can we cut? What do we need to do? Do we need to switch careers, everything? Just and another thing that could help prevent you from taking control of your finances and your financial plan is just afraid to face the music. But just realize we don't have to be great to get started. We just have to get started and become great. It's a muscle that needs to be built up. And by adopting this new identity, be like, hey, I'm one person to take control of my finances, then you're more likely to be successful because you're taking ownership of the problem. So every decision you make towards working on your finances and working on your life is a vote for that identity. You're someone who takes control of this situation, and people who take control of the situation are going to be much better off in this new economy. So those are my 5 tips to help you get started with your financial plan and take control of it. So the first step is put it on the calendar. Then once it's on the calendar, figure out what is your reward with temptation bundling. Then you have to ask yourself, like, hey, what are the questions I need to ask that I want to work on in this meeting? Don't go into it and be like, hey, what do we want to work on? And then after you do that, then you need to figure out how often you want to meet. Do you need to meet with yourself weekly and go over everything, bi-weekly or monthly? I would say minimal, do it monthly, just go over your finances, be like, okay, this is what's going on. And then just make sure your money is being allocated the right way and you're spending your money in the right way. You're spending your money on stuff that you really want to do and not stuff that is wasteful. And then the fifth thing to help you take control is look at obstacles. Is obstacle right here in your head? Or is it something else out in the physical world, or is it with somebody else? There's always a solution. If someone else did it, so can we. So hope you enjoyed today's YouTube video. As always, please consult a professional, do your research before you make any changes with your financial plan and everything. And if you need, or you can see a professional like myself, currently seeing new clients, all you can do is just click on the link below by click on the button schedule a discovery call in the summary. And if you have any other questions, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also in the comment section, let me know if there's any other topics that you would like to learn more about when it comes to personal development or financial planning. I would love to make a video about that. And so that's all I have for today. And remember, if you go with Joe, you can grow with Joe, because Joe knows Joe. All right, take care.